Rain tapped against the classroom windows like tiny fingers begging to be heard, but no one listened, not to the storm outside, and not to Ayan. He sat in the last seat of the previous row, head lowered, shoulders drawn in like a wounded bird trying not to be noticed. Every day felt the same. Laughter around him, but none for him. Whispers behind his back, louder than thunder. Books pulled from his hands. A shove in the hallway. A joke at his expense. Teachers saw, but their silence heard more than the words. This is the story of a boy who felt invisible, broken, and alone. Bullied every day, he thought hope was gone until one moment appeared, changing everything and showing the true power of courage and belief. He wasn't born weak. He loved stories, stars, and dreams no one knew he carried. But years of bullying had carved deep cracks in his heart. He walked home slowly each evening, shoes muddy, eyes heavy, pretending the world was lighter than it felt. His mother always asked, "How was your day?" And he always gave the same small, careful reply, "It was okay." Inside, it was anything but okay. He felt invisible. He felt breakable. He felt alone. Yet even on the darkest nights, a tiny spark remained, small, trembling, but alive. He didn't know it then, but one moment was coming. A moment strong enough to change everything. Middle school became a battlefield. Each morning, Ayan walked through the gate like a soldier with no armor. His palms sweated, his breath tightened, and his mind repeated the same question, "Why me?" The other boys were taller, louder, sharper with their insults. They took pleasure in seeing him shrink. His lunch was stolen. His drawings ripped. His confidence was torn apart like paper. One day, when he answered a question in class, they laughed, loud, cruel, echoing. His voice died mid-sentence. He wished he could vanish. Even nights offered no escape. He lay awake replaying every cruel moment, every word that dug into him like thorns. His dreams felt foolish now. What was the use of dreaming big when the world was determined to make him feel small? His grades slipped, his smile faded, his walk slowed. It felt like gravity itself was heavier for him than for everyone else. He wanted to scream, but his voice stayed trapped inside. Then, one afternoon, after another humiliating day, he sat alone behind the school building, knees pulled close, tears mixing with dust. He whispered to himself, not loudly, but enough, "I wish something would change. I can't live like this forever." He didn't know. Change was already on its way. The turning point arrived quietly, like hope often does. A new teacher, Mr. Khalid, joined the school, calm eyes, gentle voice, the kind that made people feel seen. In his first week, he noticed Ayan sitting alone, sketching circles in his notebook. Not dragons, not superheroes, just circles, over and over, like someone searching for a beginning. Mr. Khalid sat beside him. No lecture, no pity, just presence. "You like drawing?" he asked. Ayan nodded, unsure. "Show me." Hands trembling, Ayan turned the page, revealing hidden pieces, sketches he never showed anyone. Mountains, faces, galaxies made from imagination. Mr. Khalid's eyes widened, not in surprise but in respect. "You have something rare," he said. "A voice of your own. You need the courage to use it." For the first time, Ayan heard words that didn't break him. They lifted him. Something inside his chest moved, like a locked door rattling for the first time in years. The world didn't feel lighter immediately, but it felt possible. And sometimes, possibility is the beginning of strength. That day, he walked home differently, still quiet, still afraid, but carrying a seed of belief, a seed ready to grow. Growth is never smooth. The bullies noticed the slight shift in him, his eyes a bit brighter, his shoulders a bit lighter. They hated it. One morning they cornered him behind the lockers, mocking his drawings, calling him worthless. They snatched his sketchbook and tore page after page like breaking wings. something inside Ayan cracked. He rushed forward to grab it, but they shoved him down, laughter spilling like poison. The sketchbook fell into a puddle, ink bleeding into water like his hope dissolving. For a moment, he just sat there, fists dirty, face wet with tears he tried to hide. Everything Mr. Khalid had told him, every small step of courage, felt useless. He felt weak again, lost again, and broken again. When he went home, he shot himself in his room, ignoring dinner, ignoring the world. He cried until his body shook. He punched the pillow, angry at them, furious at himself for not fighting back. "Maybe they are right," he whispered. "Maybe I'll never be strong. Maybe dreams are only for brave people." He fell asleep with wet eyes, never knowing that tomorrow would bring the moment that changes a life forever. The next day, the school held a small art competition, Mr. Khalid's idea. Posters hung on classroom walls. Students buzzed with excitement, sketchbooks in hand. Ayan walked past quietly, heart aching. He had nothing left to submit. Mr. Khalid approached him calmly. "Pain breaks people, Ayan," he said softly. "But sometimes, pain also teaches them to rise." He handed Ayan a blank sheet. Clean, white, untouched, a second chance. Ayan stared at it, hands shaking. His mind flashed with memories. Laughter at him, torn pages, lonely lunches, silent nights. But then he remembered the words that once lifted him. "You have a voice." So he drew. Not mountains, not stars, he drew his story. A small boy standing alone in the rain, surrounded by shadows, but holding a tiny light in his hand. A light is growing bigger, stronger, brighter. When he finished, even he felt changed. The drawing wasn't perfect, but it was honest. It was him, wounded, but standing. He submitted the piece, not expecting to win. But when the results were announced, the applause was loud, louder than the whispers that once crushed him. He didn't just win the competition, he won himself. From that day onward, Ayan walked through the school gates not as a victim but as a voice. The bullies didn't vanish, life didn't suddenly become easy, but something inside him changed forever. Their words no longer defined him. His art did, his courage did, his story did. Mr. Khalid became more than a teacher, he became a guide. Under his mentorship, Ayan grew sharper, braver, more alive. He found two friends who admired his drawings and sat with him at lunch. He started entering competitions, winning some, losing others, but never losing himself again. He learned that strength isn't the absence of pain. It is the decision to stand despite it. One moment of belief had rewritten his entire life. Years later, when people asked what changed him, he always smiled and said, "One moment of kindness. One voice that told me I mattered. A single moment of encouragement can save a life, even your own. Stand, even when you feel broken. Because sometimes, one brave step is enough to change everything. A single act of kindness can change a life. Even when you feel weak or invisible, remember, courage grows in small moments. Stand tall, believe in yourself, and let one spark of hope transform your world forever."